Okay, what's your name?
I'm Brigé.
And how old are you?
19.
And what ethnicity are you?
I'm Black, Mexican, and Indian.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna ask you questions about your body appearance. So what about your body do you like?
How do you put some pants on?
Yeah, I feel like I have to now.
I don't know.
What's your favorite body part?
My butt.
Your butt? All right. When you look in the mirror, what is the first thing you see?
My eyes.
Your eyes?
Even though I wear glasses, that's really funny.
What is the first thing you notice about fashion models?
They're twigs.
They're skinny?
They're really skinny. really skinny.
What comments do you mostly hear from your parents about your appearance?
We'll go with they say I'm pretty.
They say you're pretty?
Yeah.
How often do you think about your weight on a daily basis?
I talk about it every day, but I don't really care.
And when your partner tells you that you're beautiful, you think they are.
Makes me smile.
It makes you smile. So you believe him?
Yeah.
Cool.
What is your age and ethnicity?
I'm 19 and I am Caucasian.
What do you like about your body?
Well, I like my height.
When you look in the mirror, what is the first thing you see?
My face.
What do you believe has the most influence on you?
The media.
Do you believe fashion magazines have an influence on high school students?
Yes.
Why do you think so?
Because everyone's trying to be popular and what's the magazine that's popular?
Are you photogenic?
Yes.
What are you most likely to hear from your parents about your looks?
Wow, you look so pretty.
When your partner tells you you're beautiful, you think he's
trying to make me happy.
Okay, what's your name?
Megan.
And how old are you?
18.
And what's your ethnicity?
French.
Cool. What about your body do you like?
My eyes.
When you look in the mirror, what's the first thing you see?
My eyes.
What's the first thing you notice about fashion models?
How tall they are.
What comments do you mostly hear from your parents about your appearance?
That I shouldn't straighten my hair. I'm so good
What? How often do you think about your weight in a day?
In a day?
Yeah, or just on average?
Like maybe like once a week.
Once a week. And when your partner tells you you're beautiful, you think he is?
Telling the truth.
Telling the truth?
Yeah.
Cool.
My eyes. I don't know. TV.
What do you notice most when you see covers of magazines and you see advertisements?
What they're advertising.
When your parents talk about how you look, what's the thing that you hear most from them?
I have no idea.
How often do you think about your weight?
Not a lot.
Okay, cool. We're good.
What is your age and ethnicity?
I am 19 and I'm Korean and German.
What about your body do you like?
I like my eyes.
When you look in the mirror, what is the first thing you see?
My eyes.
Do you believe fashion magazines influence high school students?
Yes, I do.
What about it do you think influences them?
I think it makes them think a little bit more what they're supposed to look like, not really what they should look like.
Are you photogenic?
Sometimes.
Are you most likely to hear, or what are you most likely to hear from your parents?
That I'm beautiful.
When your partner tells you you're beautiful, you think he's
being honest.
What about your body do you like? We've done that one.
I like my eyes.
How often do you think about your weight?
Every day of my life.
Okay, what's your name?
My name's Taylor.
How old are you?
20 years old.
What's your ethnicity?
Chinese, Filipino, and Finnish.
Okay. What about your body do you like?
I like my teeth.
When you look in the mirror, what's the first thing you see?
My teeth.
What is the first thing you notice about fashion models?
Their legs.
What comments do you mostly hear from your parents about your appearance?
That I get new clothes a lot.
How often do you think about your weight?
Never.
When your partner tells you that you're handsome, you think that they are?
Right.
You agree?
Yeah.
City.
18, Caucasian.
What do you like about your body?
Everything. I'm very happy and pleased with my body.
When you look in the mirror, what is the first thing you see?
I see my hair, because it's dark.
What do you believe influences you the most?
Sports. I like to look like my favorite sports players.
Do you believe fashion magazines influence high school students?
Yes, I believe that, but they're wrong.
Why?
They're wrong because the people in the fashion magazines are ugly, and they should really follow the common trend.
Are you photogenic?
Do I love photos? Yes.
Oh shit. What are you most likely to hear from your parents on how you look?
That I have a black booty.
When your partner says that you're handsome, you think
She's really nice.
How often do you think about your weight?
Every time I go to Taco Bell, so once a week.
Okay. What is your age and ethnicity?
I'm 20 and I'm African American. Go figure.
What about your body do you like?
I love my boobs. Not gonna lie.
When you look in the mirror, what is the first thing you see?
My face.
What do you believe has the most influence on you?
What do you mean?
Like, what influences you to be how you look?
My future plans in life?
Do you believe fashion influences high school students?
Yes.
Why?
Because they want to be who they're not, and they want to be beautiful and whatever.
Are you photogenic?
Not really.
What are you most likely to hear from your parents on your looks?
That I'm really short.
When your partner tells you that you're beautiful, you think he's
adorable.
How often do you think about your weight?
Not that often.
Thanks. What is your age and ethnicity?
I am 18 and a half, and I'm Native American.
What do you like about your body?
I like that I'm just overall skinny. I don't really know otherwise. I'm not really fit or toned, but I like the fact that I'm just thin, which is kind of different.
When you look in the mirror, what is the first thing you see?
Fierceness. Duh.
What do you believe influences you the most?
Music, because music makes the world go around.
Do you believe fashion magazines influence high school students?
Sometimes, because I think that a lot of today's high fashion models are really stick thin, and so I think a lot of times when girls see that, they have this image where they have to be like, oh, I have to look like Gemma Ward, I have to be super thin. But curvy is fierce, and so I just think, yeah.
Are you very photogenic?
I think I try to be, but I see my pictures and I'm just like, no, I look a mess. So I don't really know. I try, but...
What are you most likely to hear from your parents on your looks?
I don't really know. My parents are so weird. Probably just the fact that I'm normal looking, maybe?
If you have a partner, if your partner tells you that you're beautiful, you think he's...
Wait, what?
Do you have a partner?
No.
Okay, we'll skip that one.
Okay. I'm nervous.
You're fine. How often do you think about your weight?
Once a month, maybe?
That's it.
Not very often.
Thank you.
Okay, so what's your name?
Paris.
And how old are you?
20.
And what's your ethnicity?
I'm Black, Native American, and Mexican.
Cool. And okay, so I'm going to ask you questions about body image. What about your body do you like?
I'm gonna have to say, I don't Really, no. I never really thought about that, actually.
Your favorite body part on yourself?
I'm gonna say my hands.
Your hands? Why?
No particular reason. I do a lot of things with them. I think they deserve respect for that.
Cool. When you look in the mirror, what's the first thing you see?
My eyes.
Your eyes. What's the first thing you notice about fashion models?
The way they walk.
The way they walk. What comments do you mostly hear from your parents about your appearance?
When are you gonna get a haircut?
How often do you think about your weight?
Not that often.
Not very often. And when your partner tells you that you're handsome, you think that they are... Do you think they're lying? Or...
Oh, I was like... I don't know.
Do you believe them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's honest.
Cool.